What's up, all you lovely internet movie fans, and welcome back to Caped Commentary. I'm, of course, your host, Austin Johnson, and I have a packed show full of movie news to discuss with you guys today. Oh, F1, a movie that I absolutely loved, it's getting a sequel, and it's phenomenal news for all of us movie fans. There's a trailer that was released called Lanterns. It looked great. I cannot wait for this show coming from HBO this fall. HBO meets superhero genre. Love it. Bring it on. I am so excited for that. Aegon's Conquest, a movie that people have been like fantasizing and clamoring for a while now, is apparently being greenlit over at HBO. This is massive, massive news for all of us Game of Thrones fans. I cannot wait to hear more about and discuss that. And then there's a little movie coming out in just a couple of weeks called Project Hail Mary, a movie that is being hailed by everyone as one of the best picture nominees for sure. Well, it's about to have a massive opening weekend coming up, and we're going to talk about all of this and so much more with you guys today. Welcome back to Cape Commentary again, folks, and let's dive into now and discuss all of this exciting movie news going on in the world today. At the time of recording this, we are now just 1 week away from the premiere of Invincible Season 4. This show is one that I've come to love and appreciate so much. The first season was fabulous. Of course, I'm someone who's not familiar with the Invincible comics, so I was relatively new to the genre. I'm still I don't really read ahead to know what's going to happen. I like to watch as we go, so I've loved everything so far. The first season, phenomenal. The second season was good, a little bit of a downgrade from that first season, but season 3, picked up from where the first season was on that gas and poured everything. Season 3 was great, and of course, that final episode with the battle with Conquest, phenomenal. And now we got season 4 coming, and we know, of course, Thrag, the Viltrumite ruler king himself, is coming this season. And they did a little teaser they dropped. It's almost a hype mixtape for Thrag, and he looks like he's going to be causing a ton of violence and chaos and destruction this season. I cannot wait. Some of these images look great. We see Nolan in a new suit. There's an awesome image too in this little montage of Thrag where he's carrying the skull around. Of course, that skull I found out is now it's the skull of the past Viltrumite ruler, of course, who was killed by Thetis. Of course, who we know now works for the Coalition of Planets with Alan and all of them. And then Nolan is narrating over a lot of this, and you hear him say, Thrag is coming in. He's a threat that you, with all your power, cannot even face. He is a massive problem, essentially, is what he's saying. And this is kind of illustrated throughout the trailer because he looks like he is going to be just no holds barred, just causing mass amounts of chaos and violence. And I can't wait to see all of it. And there's an awesome shot too where you see that this character just collide with Thrag, and Thrag just absorbs the whole punch. All the energy just kind of flows past him, and it flashes between this demon face. He's about to be on demon time this season, and you can kind of see the outline of the character. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you've seen the trailer. I mean, obviously you read the comics, but that's Invincible. You can just tell from the trailer. That's what I could tell. That's easily Invincible, and I have a feeling this fight is not going to go well for him when he goes off against Thrag. But I am so excited for Invincible Season 4 to come out. I cannot wait, and we're just a week away from it premiering. They're dropping the first 3 episodes. At some point, we're going to have Invincible, The Boys, and Daredevil Born Again all out at the exact same time. We, as comic movie fans, are going to be eating good in terms of television in the next couple of months, so get excited for that. Have you guys seen the Invincible Season 4 trailer? Are you excited for Thrag to come out? Are you familiar with the comics? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts down below and your excitement level for Season 4 of this show. Now, sticking on the TV realm front, we also know that Lanterns is coming out at some point this year. Well, it's kind of going to be, in the fall now, and they dropped a trailer for this show, and this looks great. And of course, this show is going to be primetime HBO appointment viewing, which I love, because if it's HBO centric, it's going to be good. The Pitt is an HBO show, and that show is phenomenal. I've been loving season 2 so far. And Lanterns now is going to be that primetime HBO viewing, but it's also going to be in the DC universe. We're going to be eating great. This trailer felt like True Detective season 1 vibes to me, comic book, but also there's not a lot of Green Lantern stuff going on in this trailer. It's just Kyle Chandler, who is Hal Jordan, and Aaron Pierre, who is going to be Jon Stewart, walking together, their buddy cop True Detective interaction vibes. It just gives off that gritty, grounded type of viewing. And Kyle Chandler, he's obviously the grizzled old vet who's trying to teach the young gun Aaron Pierre the ways of the lantern, showing him that, and you get that vibe through the trailer. I loved it. There's some complaints, people saying oh, there's no green, you really see a lot of their powers. Oh, this suit, it's clearly not. The trailer's meant to not show us that. It's meant to lead us up and build that up for us in terms of anticipation, and I'm all for that, because just a trailer aside, not knowing this as a DC show, the trailer, it's great in terms of the overall vibes and aesthetics of what, and their dynamic too, of everything I want for a trailer. It gets me excited for the show and looking forward to it because I want to know more of what are they investigating? Whose murder are they looking to investigate now? What are the powers? We see Hal Jordan fly in the trailer, and I love that so much. What are the suits? How is it going to be? How's the train going to go? And what's causing all this destruction in this small little town that they're kind of investigating? Like, those questions, I don't need them answered. I don't need to see all that stuff too. I can look forward to finding out these things. And this trailer, just, I had anticipation for this show already. This trailer amped it up even more. But like I said, because everyone who's in this movie, like in this trailer, I'm sorry, in this show, Kyle Chandler, Aaron Pierre, we have Sinestro cast, like, everything about it just screams it's going to be good. Trust them. They know what they're doing, and I'm excited for it. And I can't wait to see their powers on display. Actually, we get to see them use their rings. We even see the ring in the trailer. We see a lantern in the trailer. So this show has built up my anticipation and hype for it, and I can't wait for Lantern. So let me know what you guys think. Have you seen the trailer? What are your thoughts on it? What's your excitement level for this show? And are you like, did you not like it? Did you like it? Do you think they should show them their powers more? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. One of my favorite movies I saw in 2025 was F1, starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, and who I thought was Rebecca Ferguson for the longest time, just because every time she popped up in that movie, I was like, it looks just like her. Of course, it's not. But I love that movie, and it was nominated for Best Picture in a lot of these like different award shows coming up. It's one of the 10 best movies I thought of 2025. I loved F1, and apparently a lot of you guys love it too because you went and saw it. It made a ton of money at the box office. Obviously not $1 billion film, but $600 million, very, very respectable number. Great. And it's getting a sequel, and I love this to the fullest extent possible. I'm very curious where they're going to go with it, but there's so many different places you can go just based off of that movie because you can just follow Brad Pitt's character. He doesn't have to specifically be driving an F1 car. He could be like a former just like racer. What about this? What if he's a former fighter pilot and we see a Tom Cruise crossover because it's the same director? Like, that, how awesome would that be? He like races against Tom Cruise. He makes an appearance. Like, that's not going to happen, obviously, but that'd just be cool and it opens up the possibilities. But I'm excited just because I loved F1 and what they could do with the next one. The possibilities are endless. The cast was great. Like, just give me Brad Pitt in anything with the great aesthetics, the vibe, the clothes, and put him aside. Even bring back Damson Idris if you want. I'm here for it. I'm all for it. This is just a quick little thing I wanted to touch on because I just loved F1, and I'm so stoked to be getting a sequel to this film. Now, another thing in the DC universe is Clayface. It's been delayed until October of this year. Originally set for September 11th release, it's now going to be coming out in October. This makes a ton of sense. There's no need to worry about this really, guys, because Clayface in itself is going to be a horror film. It's a body horror movie. It's like, that's all the like buzz and word about this movie. So it releasing closer to Halloween really makes a ton of sense for us as the audience and consumers, and I'm very curious to see what this movie is going to be. It's a DC movie that's not going to be written or directed by James Gunn, so it's going to have a completely different tone and style and everything to it. And I'm all for that because we want different voices telling these stories within these different universes too. So I'm all for this. And I'm very excited because, like I said, the not having James Gunn factor, that's a good thing because it's a different person telling a story. But also Clayface the character, what's it going to look like? What's this body horror rated R film going to look like in a comic book universe? Like, we know Gotham's going to play a part in it. So like, will we see Batman? Probably not, but the possibility is there. Like, what's Clayface going to be? How's he going to look? I'm excited to see the look of it. So everything I've heard about this movie sounds great. I love it, and the fact that it's not going to releasing closer to Halloween just amps up my excitement even more for this film. And I am so stoked for this film to be coming out in state at the end of this year in the Halloween time frame. Bring it on! The character Clayface is unique and cool in and of himself because he's a former actor too, and that's kind of playing like really diving into this body horror like genre and a story that you could tell with this. Yes, all there for it. I am butts and seats. It's one of my most anticipated comic book movies of the year coming out. Not be on a lot of people's radars, but it should be because this trailer that when they dropped it, the second trailer, it's a top 10 most viewed trailer of all times. This movie is going to make a killing. And yes, if you guessed right, I'm talking about The Devil Wears Prada 2. This movie comes out this summer, and if you're sleeping on this movie now, oh, you better stop. If you're selling short, just don't do that at all. This movie is going to make a killing. Like I said, the number 2 trailer for it, the trailer 2, is a top 10 trailer viewed all time. You heard that right. All time. It's up there with the likes of Superman, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, The Force Awakens. Like, those types of movies, these tentpole comic book, massive global appeal box office successes, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is in that camp now. So if you're sleeping on this movie, stop now. It's going to make an absolute killing. Your feelings aside of what you thought of the first one, which I think is pretty good, like, it's going to just be huge. If it's going, like, think Mandalorian Grogu or The Devil Wears Prada 2, I am putting my money on The Devil Wears Prada 2 to make the most money of those two films. It's going to be huge. Like I said, every movie on that list is pretty much a $600-700 million to $1 billion thing easily. Superman being like the one exception, but like this movie's going to be huge, and the cast is great. Stanley Tucci, like I love Stanley Tucci. If you're not a Stanley Tucci fan, what are you doing? Meryl Streep, obviously, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, like that core right there is going to be huge. Anne Hathaway has already come out and said, "Hey, ladies, I want you to dress up for this film, make it an event," and it's going to be an event. Trust me. Like movies that are set for the big screen are meant to be appointment, box office, big events. This qualifies as one of them, and it's going to be. You're going to have people dressing up for this film. Like, guys out there, don't sleep on this movie. It's a good movie, and the second one is going to be massive. If your girlfriend wants you to go with her, go. Have fun. Make it a fun date night. It's going to be massive. Like, my prediction now for Devil Wears Prada 2, I'm going to say, I would say massive opening weekend. I would say $120 million opening weekend. Full global box office, I'm going to say it probably hits between 8 and 900 million for its full run. I think this movie is going to be huge beyond belief. So don't sleep on this movie now. Like I said, I think the fact that it was the most viewed trailer of 2025 with all the other movies that you saw, like the trailers come out for it was the most viewed trailer, and it's number 2 trailer that came out this year. It's a top 10 trailer of all time. So stop sleeping on this movie now. It's going to be huge. I'm going to be watching it. I may even dress up with my girlfriend. Who knows what we're going to do, but I think you're going to see that a lot, and I think you're going to see repeat viewing this movie too, as long as it's good. That's the one caveat on everything, obviously. If it's good, people are just, trust me, people are going to show up for that in droves. But I'm excited to go see it. I'm excited to see how much it actually makes too. And I'm curious, did you even know that it was a top 10 trailer of all time? Its second trailer. What are your thoughts on The Devil Wears Prada 2? Did you see the first one? Are you a fan of it? Are you going to be going to see the second one? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. A smaller piece of movie news that maybe small to you, but it's a big deal to me in terms of like the movie and like the cast for Heat 2. Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio are going to be starring in this film. Let me repeat that. Christian Bale and Leonardo DiCaprio are going to be starring in Heat 2, which comes out this year. Now, full disclosure, I've never seen Heat. I've never seen the first one. It's on my list of movies I need to watch and want to watch because I've heard a lot of people reference it. I've heard great things about it, so I'm intrigued and want to watch it. But hearing that just those two alone are attached to it in some capacity, oh, yes, I am there. I love both of them as actors. So if they're going to be alongside each other starring in this film, I'm going to be watching Heat, and I'm going to go see Heat 2 because that excites me beyond belief. Whatever, like, I don't care what your thoughts are on the first one, or if you like it or not. You haven't seen it. Those two should get you butts and seats their opening night because that sounds amazing. So I'm going to watch Heat sometime in the next couple of weeks so I can kind of get a feel of what this movie is about, what it's going to be. But I'm beyond excited just to hear those two casting along. If I don't even watch it, I would still go see Heat 2 just to hear. And once I saw those two are going to be in this film. So I'm excited for that little piece of news. And I'm excited for that movie to come out this year at some point in time. I should probably look up when that comes out. I need to check on that. But yeah. Have you seen Heat? Are you excited for Heat 2? Did you know that Christian Bale and Leo DiCaprio are going to be starring in that film? Leave it down below and get excited because I am when I heard that news. I'm like I love that piece of news. Are on the Venom franchise. Like, put those things aside for this next topic. I am a fan of the overall Venom franchise. I really enjoyed the first one. Second one was a step down for me. Just I didn't really like the second one. I thought it was really too fast. They really ripped through Carnage very quickly. I'm a big fan of Carnage, so I didn't really like that one. Third one, Not the greatest. I thought it was a small step up from the second one. It had its emotional beats at times, and of course the teaser of, oh, did Venom actually survive? Spoiler alert for a movie that came out a couple years ago this time, but there are some storylines I was like, eh. And the overall Sony universe as a whole, not the greatest. I mean, you have films like Craven, Morbius, Madam Web, which movies I absolutely hated, just did not enjoy, but those movies were profitable. Like the whole universe is as a whole profitable, and that was largely in regard to the Venom franchise. And hey, apparently we're getting an animated Venom movie, and I am excited about this news for numerous reasons. First off, the character of Venom, he leans himself to animation. You can do so many different things with that character in animation that you probably can't do with live action. That's probably more expensive to do. So hearing that it's going to be animated, ooh, I'm excited for that little piece of news. I like that. Tom Hardy is also going to be attached to this movie in some capacity. It's unclear now if he's going to be actually voicing Venom or if he's going to be kind of like just a producer credit on set. We don't really know, but that excites me too because anything that Tom Hardy's attached to, I'm there for. Whether he's starring in it or he's kind of working behind the scenes, producing on it, I'm going to be there for. So, and then the stories that you could tell, the characters, what you can do, and it's going to be rated R. Yes, yes, yes. Rated R, animated Venom. Tom Hardy's there in some capacity. There's a lot there. There's a lot of meat on that bone. There's a lot of stuff you can dive into and really tell your story with. So I'm excited for this for numerous reasons. And think, Sony, their animation studio, that's a studio behind across into and beyond the Spider-Verse trilogy. And if they nail Beyond the Spider-Verse, that's one of the greatest trilogies of all time. So that studio is doing an animated Venom movie. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh, there's going to be good things. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking I'm back. I think I'm all bought in on this Sony universe for the animated portion of it. Because, like I said, Venom leans into animation. Tom Hardy's attached to it. It's a studio that did Beyond, Across, and Into the Spider-Verse. And it's going to be rated R. All those factors play into this and make me extremely excited for what this movie could be. Now, we'll find out more about this movie as time goes on. It probably won't come out to at least probably 28, I would imagine. It's definitely going to be after Beyond the Spider-Verse, which comes out next year. But that just gets you all the more excited for it. And the stuff that you can do with this film, I'm all there for it. And I'm very excited for this, for what this movie could be, because there's so many different stories you can tell in animation too. And you can go so many different ways and play around with the artwork and what Venom does and his powers. So that just all sounds so cool. I'm very excited to see what they come up with. And again, this is the studio that did the Across the Spider-Verse franchise. So I trust them. I'm very curious to see if it's going to be that same animation style, or if they kind of dive into something different. Whatever the thought is, and whatever the case is, I'm all there for it. I'm excited for this movie, and I'm excited for everything that's going to happen with this. I'm excited to find out more. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for an animated Venom movie? Do you think it should be rated R like it's going to be? What capacity will Tom Hardy be attached to this movie, and what animation style is it going to be? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts and comments down below, guys. And now done, let's pivot into the Game of Thrones universe for a second. And apparently, it's been greenlit and in development over at HBO, an Aegon's Conquest film. Now, I'm not the most familiar with this story, but anything Game of Thrones related, I'm excited for it. I mean, the series as a whole is one of the best things ever done. The last season put aside, yeah, it didn't turn out great, but that was a pop culture moment. You had to be there to talk about and watch and experience all that. And then A Night of the Seven Kingdoms just came and went, and it was such a delightful little series. I'm excited for season 2 of that, and I think that show really endeared itself to all of the Thrones fans out there, and they really like that, and they're going to look forward to the season 2 coming out. So now that we're getting an Aegon's Conquest movie, it leans itself to the big screen. Like, what I know about the story is it's a lot of dragons, it's a lot of just destruction, and it's a lot of just Aegon going around conquering Westeros, essentially. Like, this is a time period where he had dragons, you didn't, and if you saw him coming, sorry, bro, your ashes grass. That's what it is, and I'm all for that. I like this. I think this story specifically really leans itself into the big screen and just the massive sets and things that you can, now that we are able to just dive back into the world that is Westeros and play in that sandbox. I'm all for, and I get excited about that type of stuff. So hearing that we're going to have this Aegon's Conquest story now being developed and written over there at WB and then HBO, hey, I'm there for it. And like I said, this story so leans itself to the big screen with all the cinematic pieces that you can have. And again, Aegon's Conquest, it's him and it sounds exactly like you hear it, conquering everything. He has dragons, no one else does. It's a lot of him going to these towns, and these people are just getting burned to ashes. So that on the cinematic big screen, I want to see that type of story be told. And oh, he's got sister wives. So who's going to play those two? The possibilities are endless. So you can see this picture, like there's probably people whose names come to mind. I don't know. I'm curious to see who could play them, who's going to be Aegon, who's going to kind of direct this film. But I'm excited for it. We get to dive back into and play in the world that is Thrones and Westeros. So Aegon's Conquest, I'm all there for it, and I love this little bit of news. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Let me know down below. And lastly, pivoting into something that I'm going to be very excited talking about because this movie is one of the most anticipated movies of the year, and that is, of course, Project Hail Mary, of course, starring Ryan Gosling. This is based off of a very well-known book that is uber popular. People love it, and the review embargo is now up for this film, so there's going to be a lot of people out there talking about what this film is, how much they like it, and the reviews are going to be online on Rotten Tomatoes too. It's already at a 96%. It's like a week and a half away still. So that lets you know how confident they are in this film, because lots of movies, they'll release it like a week earlier. And if a movie holds it to like the day of, the day before, like for the review embargo, it means they're kind of worried. This movie, they are not worried about one bit. Like everything I've heard about this movie is absolutely fantastic. One of the best sci-fi films in years, one of the best ones of the decade, the best one of the decade. It's a shoe-in for Best Picture nom. It's gonna be the Best Picture. There's so much being said and hype around this film that you have to really contain yourself and take a step back. But I am anticipating this movie wholeheartedly. I've never read the book. I have friends who have, but everything I've seen from the trailers and like with this film, and I'm a big Gosling fan, I have loved. And people are going to show up for this film. It's already projected to have between a $55 and $70 million opening weekend. Of course, that's domestically, so the worldwide number is going to be much bigger even than that. But 55 to 70 million, that would be the highest in Amazon MGM Studios history. And if it's as great as people hear and they're saying it's going to be, that number is going to tick up and probably overperform. And that week number 2 is going to be insane. That drop off is not going to be big at all. I am so stoked for this film. I do believe it's going to be a Best Picture nomination. I do believe it's going to be as good as a lot of people are saying. I am so excited for this film. The trailers have been great. The views, the visuals, the aesthetic, everything about this film screams, get excited for it. It's going to be so much fun. And the storyline, the premise, I am all there for. Like I said, I am so stoked. I will be disappointed if I don't love this film. If it's not in my top 10 movies of the year, I will be massively disappointed. Now, I know, saying all of that, I am just setting myself up for failure. But I truly do believe it's going to reach those expectations and beyond. And like I said, if it's as good as people say it's going to be, the word of mouth with this movie will be insane. And that second weekend number, most movies drop off between 40 to 60%, and anything over 60, 65 you kind of worry about, unless like these big tentpole like massive Avengers films where most people go see it on the opening weekend, so it's due to have that big drop off, which makes a lot of sense. I think this drop off, if it's as good as people say it's going to be, once people hear, it's as good as advertised, it's amazing, it's going to be a Best Picture nom, that number could be like 40, 50%. I truly do believe that. And like I said, I'm excited for the movie beyond belief, because I listened to multiple people talk about this film and they're like, it matches up with the book. There's tons of well-known, reputable people in the industry that have said they've seen the previews for this film and it's as good as advertised. It's beyond that. It's so good. I am so excited for this movie. I am there opening night to see this movie next weekend. I am so stoked. I cannot wait to watch Project Hail Mary on the big screen. And just, if you have tickets for it, get excited. If you don't, watch the trailer, read some of these reactions. Like, don't get spoiled at all, because I've not been spoiled. And you'll understand the hype around this movie. And like I said, I think the massive opening weekend, I think it's going to be $60+ million. I think it will creep towards that 70 number. It's going to be huge. Like, get excited now. Get ready for it. I am so stoked. And like I said, if it's the movie that people say it's going to be, in that Best Picture nom and one of the better sci-fi films we've seen in a long time, that's a big deal. This could be like a cultural type of thing that people need to go see. They screened this movie for people at NASA, and they absolutely love this movie. So I think you're starting to get a sense now of what this is going to be, how big and how hype and how great it could be. I'm so stoked for it. Are you as excited as I am for this film? Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And what do you think generally of this film? What of the trailers? Are you excited for it? Are you just not interested in this movie at all? Are you not like a fan of anything? Whatever it is, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And that will do it for today's episode of Caped Commentary, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate and love you all. I will see you guys at the theaters, and I'll see you guys here next week for more movie news to discuss. I love you all. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.